So leaders would come and they would say, well, I know we need to standardize, but what do we standardize first? Where do we go? There's 600 different things that we're doing, and we have capacity for maybe 30. So which ones do we do, and how do we know where those things are? And it's a great question, right? We're not going to answer that in entirety today, but these are the kind of questions you will also get as you're leading transformation. And here's where 5S becomes so great, right? You think about sort and shine, right? Set in order, and then you have standardize and sustain. So what's happening here with sort and shine and set in order, you're creating stability. And this is what I don't see happening a lot. I see a lot of teams when they get excited about lean or they get excited about transformation, like we're going to standardize everything. But they standardize instability. They standardize chaos. They take this disorder and this chaos and they say, we're just going to create a standard process for being chaotic. And that there's a huge risk with that because remember variation, where you have the variation when you push towards higher utilization, you will exponentially increase your wait time. So we have to be careful about standardizing that instability. That's what's happening. You're seeing that the Kingsman formula is taking place as we do that. It's revealing itself. So 5S is huge, right? With sort and shine. Start there. Like go around and say, where do I see people looking for tools? Where do I see machines that I can't tell if their condition is good or bad? They're covered in oil and they have been for 30 years. So if there was a leak, I wouldn't know where it is. There was no way we could determine it. And the variation in the process time for fixing those situations is much larger than if you clean them and you get them in order, right? You shine them. You sort your tools, so I don't have to search through a box with 500 different things. I'm putting only the tools that I need, shadowed there where I can tell. And if something's missing, it's clear. At a visual instance, I can say something's supposed to be there and it's not. Well, hopefully it's not in the product I'm assembling, right? But I would know very quickly that something is missing. And what you're doing by these things is you're reducing variation. And as you reduce variation, and this is what I saw when I was leading one of the largest engine programs in the world for the line of work that we were in, right? And when I came through and we had toolboxes everywhere, and you would be surprised how difficult it is to get someone to give up a toolbox. That was like, I'm telling you, it was like pulling teeth with no numbing, and people would protect it like it was their child, but I would go to the toolbox and I would look in one person's toolbox and there would be 500, 700 tools that they had accumulated over their career. And I would ask them, how many of these tools do you use? All of them. Okay, fair. I would look at the standard work and I would say, well, this is your standard work. So I only see that you're using 13 of these. Well, that's not true. Okay, well, when do you use more than 13? I use more than 13 quite often. Can you start mapping the times that you use more than 13 and start writing them down? Because what I'm pushing into now is there's probably something they're doing outside of the current standard that's requiring them to, or they're just protecting that and saying, well, I might need it, and this might be something that I would want to do. So therefore, I want to protect these tools.